Bitahon is something that we have to work on at all times. There's a story in the Yerushalmi about a man who was a tzaddik, he was a kohen, he was a very righteous individual, but he was very poor. He couldn't make ends meet. He was having trouble with his parnassah, with his livelihood. He didn't know what to do. In the end, he decided that he would have to leave the land of Israel and leave his home to seek livelihood elsewhere. He said to his wife, I've got nothing to give you. The only thing that I can give you is to pass on all my knowledge. He was very, very well versed in the very complex area of neraim, the complex laws of sara'at, certain types of what is pure and impure. Very complicated laws. He says, I will impart this information to you. So he started teaching her. And he came to a point where he said, you see that there is not even one hair on a person's head which doesn't have beneath it the source from which it grows. Not even one hair. His wife turned to him and said, did you hear what your mouth just said? You're saying that each and every hair has a different source that provides for it? If the hair on your head has a unique source for its existence, then surely HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, will provide for every single human being. So what need was there for him to leave the land of Israel and his home in search of livelihood? He understood the wisdom of her words and changed his mind about leaving. At our level, it's often very difficult to know what the final decision of God is and whether it's something that can be changed. In other words, our difficulty is knowing what we can change and what we cannot. We must therefore do our hishtadlut. We must make the effort in all the areas of our lives, especially where we feel that it's needed. But if we find constantly that we're being rebuffed, then we must have the wisdom to understand that it's the will of God, and if it's the will of God, it is for our own good, even if at times it appears difficult. We have to remember that Ches Sam Lahoshech, God placed an end to the darkness, meaning that with the blink of an eye, keheref ayin, the situation can change. Look at what happened to Yosef HaSadiq. Look what happened to Joseph. At the blink of an eye, keheref ayin, he was removed from jail as a prisoner where he had been languishing in this jail for 10 years, and now he became overnight the ruler of all Egypt. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu can do that for Yosef HaSadiq, something so major, then we have to have the trust in God that even if times are difficult, with the blink of an eye, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can change the situation when the time is right, and we will once again be riding high.